Hello everybody and welcome to Come Dine With Me, Western New York, brought to us in part by Artisan Kitchen and Bath.
And Chef, can you believe it's December already? Wow, the holidays are here.
It flew by.
I can't believe it. What do you have planned?
What do I have planned?
Yes.
Well, lots of holiday cooking, of course, a little bit of baking as well, and
food, family, fun, and shopping.
Absolutely,
How's that?
Absolutely, sounds good.
But what is it like around here at the Seneca Niagara Resort and
so
Casino?
worth a visit, you know, because we're like a resort that encompasses everything. We have the different dining options, of course, you know, catering. If you don't want to do your own holiday party at home, you know, you can have it catered here. We have the spa, the salon, where you can get ready for your events and whatnot, or take a break throughout the shopping hustle and bustle. And you can shop here as well. We got all the retail on property as well, and maybe gamble a little bit too. So.
Oh, maybe win some money.
There you go.
Well, you know what? We have a great show today, Chef, so let's get to it. Right now, let's see what Chefs Roger and Tony from Buffalo's Best Grill and Catering have for us.
Today we are going to be looking at the lighter side of Buffalo's Best menu and a lighter option, gluten-free option that you can do at any holiday party.
Okay, so Roger, we're going to show them one of our highlights of our menu, and that's our smoked salmon. But before we smoke it, we're going to have to brine that salmon, right?
Yes, sir. It actually takes over 24 hours to brine. I'm going to show you how we quickly make the marinade. First of all, we have soy, sugar, lemon, and fresh basil. We're going to add these into the bowl.
Now, typically you'd have salt in a brine, but the salt component comes from the soy sauce, correct?
Yes, sir. Soy is very salty, and you actually have to put equal amounts of sugar to soy into your marinade.
Offset each other.
Yes, sir. A little fresh squeezed lemon. And we're just going to pick off a couple basil leaves.
I'd like to add that this basil was grown in our garden. We have a chef's garden outside the back door of our restaurant, and something that Roger loves to do, and it also provides us with some top quality products.
Okay, we're just going to stir this up here. Just bruising the basil a little bit to make sure that it infuses into the sauce. Okay. Then we're just going to pour it over top. We're going to put this into the fridge for 24 hours.
So that it all infuses very nicely, and we'll have a beautifully brined piece of fish to put in the smoker.
Now that we've had our salmon smoked, this is a little portion of what it looks like when it comes out of the smoker.
A piece of salmon takes about an hour in the smoker. We have the smoker running at about 200 degrees.
Yes, it should take about an hour, hour and a half at the most. You don't want to cook it too fast. It's got to be a nice slow smoke with some nice hard wood.
Each item takes different lengths of time.
Sure, like our beef brisket takes over 12 hours to smoke in the smoker. First of all, we're going to take a cucumber and I'm going to peel it just to make it look pretty. Plus you want to make it so it's a little bit more edible because the skin is very tough, so you want to take a little bit of that off. Okay. Now I'm going to cut 5 slices. Okay. Now we're going to construct our appetizer. We're going to place our cucumbers around the edge of the plate. We're going to put a little mixed green in the middle, just to give our plate a little height. And now we're gonna break off the salmon in nice big sized chunks to go on top of the cucumber. Trying to keep it as whole as you possibly can.
And that's perfectly smoked. Still got a lot of great flavor. Sometimes people over smoke things and they taste like the bottom of your shoe. Not that I've ever eaten the bottom of my shoe, but
I would hope not.
but this is perfectly smoked. There's a lot of good meat there, and you still have the flavor infused from the smoker.
Now that we have the salmon down, I'm going to top it with a little bit of our blooming sauce, which is actually a horseradish cream sauce. We're going to add just a little caper for a little saltiness.
So there's a texture element and then there's a flavor element.
Now I'm just going to put a little bit of parsley on each one just for a little garnish.
Sometimes the best items are the simplest items. There's not a lot of components to this dish, but each and every one of them is very good. It's done with love and care.
Good appetizer always involves multiple different flavors, a little crunch, and a little sauce.
Let me remind you folks, you can stop and see us for your catering needs for Christmas and holiday parties. Buffalo's Best Grill and Catering, 3700 Southwestern Boulevard. You can have it at our location and we'll take the party to you.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Key Video Productions, television, video, DVD.
Viewers like you have requested this recipe more than once. It's a simple dish that you can use your leftovers for, or you can make it an all-day project, or you can do it as quick and fast as I'm going to show you today on our show. We're going to make a bolognese today. We're going to be using Italian sausage, and we're going to be using a meatball mix, which is basically a meatloaf mix with ground beef, pork, and veal. We're going to start out real simple, adding a little bit of olive oil to our pan, which is at about a medium heat. This bolognese is just a slightly different version of the one I do at the restaurant, but this is a dish you can make at home with leftovers. You can make it an all-day project, like I said, or do it quick and fast when you're on the run. We're going to take a little celery. The celery is going to add some sweetness. We're going to add it to our hot pan. We're going to add some carrots. You want to put the harder vegetables in first because it's going to take a little while for them to cook. Then we're going to add our onion. I think because I'm Sicilian, I like a little sweeter dish, so I use the sweeter vegetables, and I use a little Marsala wine, which adds a nice depth to it, gives it a little more sweetness. So our vegetables are going to cook. We're going to take our ground beef, pork, whatever you like to use. Ground beef, pork, and veal is what I got, a combo. We're going to add this, and we're going to break it up and have it start browning. We're going to take some Italian sausage. Now, this is sweet. If you want to use the hot, go right ahead. We're just going to take the skin off of it. So we're going to peel it back and peel it right out of the skin. Add it to our pan. Now we'll just brown it off. So this has been browning for about 5 minutes, and now we're going to season it with a little salt, a little pepper, and then we're going to add some Marsala wine to it. Now the Marsala wine, it will cook out the alcohol, so don't worry about that. And then one of the things our cameraman was asking me, why would you want to take all day with this change the flavor? Absolutely not. Do it on top of the stove, do it quick. I take meatballs at home. I crush them up, I saute them with onions, I throw a little tomato sauce in it, a little Romano cheese, and I put it over my favorite pasta. It's a simple, quick, and easy dish. So you can see our meat is browned, our vegetables are softened, the alcohol is cooked out, and we're going to add just 1 jar of tomato sauce right to it. If you have your own tomato sauce, that's absolutely perfect. Add about 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Now the heavy cream won't break down. If you use a half and half for a milk, it'll curdle on you. You don't want that to happen. So use the heavy cream, stir it in. It's got that beautiful glossy finish that you want to have. I'm going to add a little Romano cheese. Save some for the end. Now we'll let this simmer for about another 10 minutes. Put it over our pasta. Time to mangiare. So after about 10 minutes of simmering on top of the stove, we cook some spaghetti. We put it underneath the bottom here. Man, the carrots, the celery, the sweetness, tomato sauce. This is an outstanding bolognese, and it didn't take me all day. Come down and see me, 1085 Niagara Street, Marco's Restaurant. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Lockport's favorite restaurant and meeting place, the Village Eatery Italian Bistro serves the finest pizza, pasta, chicken, veal, and seafood. Our famous Friday night fish fry, homemade Italian bread, and old world sauce have kept Western New Yorkers coming back for over 35 years. Check out our vast wine selection and visit the Bistro Bar for a signature martini. For really great Italian-American food, it's the Village Eatery Italian Bistro.
A great video can add that wow factor to an annual sales meeting, a board of directors meeting, a trade show, corporate training.
From scripting to shooting to editing, we'll even help get the video on your website. Key Video is ready to go to work for you.
Orazio's Italian Crepes is your window to the world. Treat yourself to our homemade crepes made with authentic ingredients like imported Caputo flour, mascarpone cheese, and Ghirardelli chocolate. Indulge in our all-natural small batch gelato with no artificial flavors and all the creaminess in the world. Take your taste buds on a journey right in your own backyard. Orazio's Italian Crepes in the food court at the Walden Galleria.
Welcome to Illy DePaulo's restaurant. It's a family affair here as we carry on tradition of my grandfather of serving great food, sharing stories, talking sports, and celebrating with friends and family at the Ringside Lounge. If you're looking for traditional Italian, look no further than our veal marsala. We take the finest cut of veal, sauté with our marsala wine, mushrooms, and our bordelaise, served with a side of fettuccine alfredo. Now that's Italian. Veal marsala has been a staple of our menu for the past 50 years, and we've been perfecting it ever since. It's always a great day at Illy DePaulo's. We'll see you at the Ringside Lounge.
And I'm here today with the First Lady of Catering of the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, Karen.
Great to be here.
Karen Nordeby, how are you today?
Great, thank you for having me.
Good. And Karen, we want to talk a little bit about our catering operation at the resort. And some of the items we're featuring there, we bring the cooking out to the guest, having live cooking stations. So versus giving you the big steak, we're making today a smaller version of it. It's a steak Diane. So shall we start?
Yes, we should.
All right, take our hot pan, put a little bit of butter in there. And then we start off with some fresh bacon. This is applewood bacon. You could use like pecan wood or just a regular bacon if you want to cook that at home. And we get a good amount in there. And then our mushrooms, I picked shiitake for today. Those are shiitake mushrooms, very often used in Asian cooking as well. But you could use chanterelle or just your regular button mushrooms if you like. While we're waiting for that, what else can we tell our viewers about the catering operation at the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino?
Well, what's great about our property is that it's all inclusive. So when a guest or a bride particularly comes to the property, they not only can stay overnight with the beautiful overnight rooms that we have, the suites, but we also have a spa and salon where they can have their nails, hair. They don't even have to leave the building, so it's very convenient for all guests. And we not only can hold their reception, but we also can create their ceremony space for them as well.
Now it's time to add the mushrooms. The bacon is nicely caramelized. See that?
I do see that.
Beautiful smell. I wish our viewers were here and could smell that.
It looks delicious.
Awesome. So we add our shiitake mushroom, a little bit of black pepper, some salt.
How long do you cook the mushrooms?
Maybe just 2 minutes, minute and a half. Okay, now that our mushrooms are done, we're going to start on the steak. So we're taking our steak Dianes, again season them, ground black pepper, a little salt. We're gonna cook our steaks. Hear that, Karen?
I do hear that.
That's what you
That's
want
what
to
you
hear.
want.
That's a good sizzle. And while the steaks are cooking, Karen, we also do not only the social business, but we do corporate as well, correct?
Right. One of the advantages to having your corporate event at our property is the fabulous food that we serve. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with our magnificent chefs. We can customize the menu to whatever you'd like to have.
All right, so I flipped the steaks over. See how nice the grill marks on there? Beautiful. And we let them go for their thin steak, so maybe another half a minute or so. All right, and finally we finish our garnish. Do you like cappuccinos, Karen?
I love cappuccino.
All right, me too. So we came up with this nice garnish for the steak. It's a froth, like you have on the cappuccino, milk froth, but we're gonna add some horseradish. Now for beef steak, horseradish, it's a marriage. It goes together like nothing else. So I take some of this prepared horseradish and stir that in our milk. And we want to bring that to a simmer here. Okay, so we got this all incorporated. See, it's almost boiling, Karen.
I do.
And we have our handheld frother. You can get that like in a Williams-Sonoma, Target, or whatnot. I don't know if our viewers can see that. See how the milk froth is coming up? How is it, Karen?
It's delicious. Very
Good. Now, our viewers out there, if they want to book an event at our resort, how would they go about it?
They can contact the catering department. There are 3 representatives there, and myself as one of them. They can call me at 716-299-1240, and we'd be happy to help them with any of their events that they're looking to plan, weddings, banquets, black tie affairs.
Awesome. Well, only one more thing to say.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
Oh, that looked delicious,
Yeah, you
Chef.
like that dish? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's
wow,
that
you
kind
did
of-
a great job.
Oh, thank you. But it's that kind of dishes that we want to, bring to the table in a catering where it's almost like a restaurant-like preparation in front of the guests with live action stations and whatnot. But we do it for your entire holiday party or
It's
event.
one of
so,
those, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want actually book it here, go to senecacasinos.com and you can contact our catering department through there. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Closed captioning provided by
CarStar Relax. We'll take it from here.
At Ventura's CarStar Collision, we work hard to make the repair process easy. Our highly trained technicians will restore your vehicle to pre-accident condition in no time. And we provide exceptional customer service. But you don't have to take our word for it. There's only one name to remember, Ventura's CarStar Collision. Relax, we'll take it from here.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering.
For all your duplication needs, call our courteous and professional staff. Key Video is ready to go to work for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Beth.
And I'm Mimi.
There's still time to get the tickets for the 5 o'clock Restless Heart Show this evening at Seneca Allegheny Event Center.
And feel the holiday cheer and see some of the best figure skaters in the world during the Holiday Celebration on Ice Tour, Wednesday, December 10th through Sunday, December 18th at the Seneca Niagara Event Center.
And don't miss a chance to sing along with your favorite ballads with the legendary Edwin McCain playing at the Bears Den Showroom this Saturday, December 10th.
Also, win $1 million at Seneca Resorts and Casinos when you play our $1 Million Pro Football Challenge, now through January 3rd. Stop by any of our 3 locations and correctly pick the winners of Sunday and Monday games. Check out this and more world-class entertainment and events. Nothing else comes close at SenecaCasinos.com.
Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York, sponsored in part by Key Video Productions and the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino.
Now, did you ever walk into the home of someone you met for the very first time, root through the refrigerator without knowing what's in it, and then have to prepare dinner for 4?
Well, actually, I did before I had to do that, but...
Doesn't it sound like an episode of Extreme Chopped?
It's something like that. Well, that's exactly what our chefs are about to do this week's Kitchen Invasion, made possible by our friends at Artisan Kitchen and Bath.
I teach music at the Nichols Middle School. For the past 14 years, I've taught general music, grades 5 through 8.
I've known Corinne since high school, We live in a small town and everybody knows everybody else. She's just a sparkly, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human being.
A lot of people that I knew were getting sick.
In 1997, I discovered I had cancer, which is shocking to anyone.
She's got such a positive spirit. She's a beautiful person, not only on the outside, but on the inside. She's a cancer survivor.
One can do anything if one has wonderful friends.
I recorded an album of my own songs with the help of some good friends and decided that I would dedicate the album and the sales of the CD to Roswell. The CD is on sale at Barnes & Noble on Niagara Falls Boulevard, and it's in the Roswell Park gift shop. And it's $10 and 100% of the proceeds go back to Roswell Park.
Their symphonies play on in us to ride. How bright your strong.
I got goodies for you. Good.
We're doing something a little different today. I spoke to Corinne, the homeowner, and she cooks out of the refrigerator, and that's what we're gonna do today. Let's open this refrigerator up and see what we got going on.
Go. A lot of people cook from the fridge, and when I do cooking classes, I always talk about, you know, using leftovers and incorporating them into your meal.
We found some peppers, onions, and mushrooms that were in the refrigerator. There was a can of San Marzano tomatoes that we found in the cupboard. We used it to make a filet pizzaiola, which is an Italian staple dish.
The first thing I saw when I opened the fridge was the citrus, the lemon and the oranges, and then there was eggs by it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wanted to do crepe Suzette, but I did want to walk in with something. I was real proud to walk in with my homemade cheesecake ice cream.
And then we made a spinach salad. We found some spinach and some honey mustard. We just added some oil and vinegar, some dried cherries to it, some feta cheese. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Today we're cooking red meat. Red meat. It's going to be brown meat.
No, it's not going to be brown meat. 'Cause we're cooking with meat today. Basically, she wanted to learn how to not make it brown and not make it gray. So I'm going to have you open the San Marzano tomatoes, and I'll start cutting the pepper. So we're just going to cut our vegetables up. We sliced the steaks about a ½ inch thick, and we just pan-seared them in olive oil, nice hot pan. Got it about 17,000 degrees because this stove is amazing that came from Artisan Kitchens. We're gonna cook this medium rare. Hear that sizzle? That's what we want. We added some red peppers, some mushrooms and onions, a little bit of garlic to it. San Marzano tomatoes finished with some red wine. Simmer for a few minutes, get to the right temperature. Top it with fresh mozzarella, finish it with the sauce, a little grated Romano cheese.
Mozzarella, tomatoes.
What's with these knives? Your kitchen's beautiful, but these knives are like cutting with newspaper.
It's a work in progress, and I don't cook meat,
Where's
so
your
I
steak?
don't need any knives, but now I'm going to have to cook meat.
Where's your steak? I made it medium well for you. And
It's
you're
right
not gonna
here.
eat the
Don't you
steak.
see it?
Unbelievable.
Crepes, I've done those a million times in a million ways. Today we're doing a sweet crepe. How does that sound? And we'll finish it with that ice cream?
It sounds great.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have you in charge of the crepes. And do you mind whisking?
No, I don't
Okay,
at all.
Your job is to whisk. We're gonna start out very simply. This is
I start right as soon as you get them
yeah,
on?
this is a very, very basic crepe recipe.
Okay.
Eggs and sugar for a sweeter crepe, equal parts milk, and then flour. Whisk it really good, finish it with a bit of vanilla. I grated some orange zest in it because I was really in the mood to just kick it up with flavor. And then I added some Grand Marnier. So let's let that rest, we'll clean up. And you're gonna be flipping some crepes in just a minute here.
Okay, great.
First of all, I have to say I had a lot of fun with Kathy today. Some people just think they can't flip a crepe. The most important thing I share with you today is using a Teflon pan.
I got to make them and flip them, and I like the crepes.
For the sauce, it's just equal parts butter, and I use brown sugar. A lot of times it'll crystallize on people, so my little secret was to use corn syrup. I added some more orange zest and lemon juice. Finished it with, once again, Grand Marnier. I put the orange segments in there, laid the crepe, folded it over, and then we garnished it with orange segments, a bit of sauce, and of course the homemade cheesecake ice cream.
Oh, boy, I can't wait to try it.
C'est magnifique.
Delicious.
So Isabella, I saw some things that were hanging out in the refrigerator. I think we throw together a nice salad. What do you think?
Excellent.
We'll make a dressing.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Start whisking.
Do you,
Go ahead, what were you gonna ask me?
I was going to say, do you start with the mustard and then incorporate the oil or the vinegar?
Who's the chef?
You are.
I forgot the mustard. I forgot. So she pointed that out. Thanks, Isabella.
He's a very lovable, likable, fun person. And he cooks well.
We made a dressing which was real simple: olive oil, balsamic vinegar, honey mustard, squeeze of a lemon, a little salt and pepper. Tossed it together with some dried cherries, some feta cheese and onion. I mean, it really is a simple, fresh dish, and the girls loved it.
The meal was great. The meat was good, like the sauce. It was just fun.
I loved the whole thing. I loved making it, but I particularly loved eating it. That was the best part.
My friends are so special to me. This was just another nice bonding experience.
Just a great way to spend a Tuesday afternoon in Buffalo, New York.
And now, not only am I a sexual goddess, a wonderful mother, a perfect wife, I am now a gourmet cook. All in one afternoon.
I hope you loved it. Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths, Western New York's most interactive showroom.
Make your living room jealous with Miele built-in appliances from Artisan Kitchens and Baths.
Come in for a great time at Alton. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
It's not every day that you find a getaway with something for everyone. At Seneca Resorts and Casinos, we're all about escaping the everyday for some luxury, some relaxation, and a lot of excitement after work or the game, for an evening of wonder or a weekend away. Seneca Resorts and Casinos, the excitement you've been looking for.
Make your living room jealous with Miele built-in appliances from Artisan Kitchens and Baths.
And welcome back, everybody.
That's our show for today. That was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I thought it was great.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, I hope you did too. And anybody out there in the restaurant industry, if you want to be part of our show right here we're on air until like February, and we love to have you join us though.
Yes, just contact us at Key Video. And just a reminder, we'll be back next week, and we sure hope you'll join us then. For the staff and crew at Key Video Productions and everyone here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Jan Farrington.
And I'm Oliver Wolf. And remember, food rules.